Hello everyone, it is Justin, your Eagle Scooper here with episode 18 of Journey to the Top, here with Darlington FC. You were last with us in this 4-2 defeat against Gateshead. Just 2 games have been played. We drew 1-1 against Boston. It was rather disappointing. We had an XG of 3, they had an XG of 1. We came back. I prioritized morale over harsh motivation and just told them I was proud that they came back to win that game. Okay stuff. Then we went against Spinnymore, scored 3 very quick goals and had some more highlights but didn't really do much, and then they started coming back at the end, but we were able to shut up shop and beat our local rivals. But now we're going up against Fylde in the FA Trophy third round. If we look at the season preview of the Vanarama National League North, Fylde and Darlington are considered to be the 2 most likely teams to win the league. Neither of us have had that really come into fruition. Fylde sitting 6th, we're sitting 8th, 1 point apart, but we are 10 points off the top of the league and they're 9 points off the top of the league. Southport and Kidderminster really starting to pull away, along with Gateshead, from the rest of us, and we're looking like we're in the thick of the second tier for this season. But let's take a look at the team that we're going to be putting up against Fylde in this match. We're going to be sticking with Allen in goal, a back 4 of Gilbert, Hunt, Kwanzaa, and Hughes, with Savage, Bird, and Hatfield making up our midfield trio, with Carvalho pushed up ahead of them, and Connolly and Charman leading the way. Kuwinda did score in our most recent match off of a free kick. Going to be looking to bring him into the team in this one, trying to find him a way to get some more game time, because Henry Kuwinda is a full Malawi international, 3 goals from his 15 appearances, really does deserve to be starting, but we can't afford to put him ahead of Connolly and Charman, especially when they're in such good form. Also, Nicky Hunt is retiring at the end of the season. I've been trying to add in some extra staff positions to try to bring him in to be a staff member when he retires, and Bywater is also retiring as a member of Darlington at the end of this season. Going to try to bring him in as well as some sort of staff member. He's not going to be our head of youth development. We've already got one of those, but we'll just do what we can when we can do it. Let's get into this match. I am keeping Broughton on the bench, looking to bring him in. Hunt is in some decent form over the last few games. Can't complain too much about that. But let's get into this match and see if we can get something from Fylde in this match to keep our cup run going forward. Let's pump our fists and tell them to go impress me, and that I've got faith that they can impress me. That's really motivated everybody but Carvalho. That's pretty good. Let's get into this match. We've got our zebra uniforms, it looks like. Excuse me. And as this match kicks off, it looks like they're going to start with a goal kick highlight in the 3rd minute. Putting it forward. Charman's able to clear it down. Threads through Carvalho really well. Can he round the keeper? He can't, but he is able to win a corner. Nice little attacking chops in the first couple minutes of this game. Carvalho is going to put in a corner, looking for Kwanzaa here to rush onto it. Wasn't able to get onto it, and Connolly is going to try to track back to get that ball, but can't quite hold it up just enough to get some players, and that is the end of the highlight. I'm really disappointed that Kwanzaa hasn't had many scores off of these free kicks after his brace that he scored a while back. And just as I said that, Kwanzaa is hearing me talk about how he wasn't able to be very threatening from that position, and they're all bowing down to his score, putting us ahead on the tie. And I did agree with Fylde to have there be extra time, so we're going to get a result tonight one way or the other, and Kwanzaa with that header is able to put us in the driver's seat for the rest of this match. Let's see here. Hughes is getting a throw-in in the 33rd minute, but a really poor pass, and Kwanzaa is closing down just enough to get people back, and Hughes is able to get back, closing down Connellan. Both players are both our player and their player trying to get it off the other. No one really successful until Hatfield is able to sniff out that cross and gets it over to Hughes, who plays through Savage, who stops, puts a huge ball over the top for an on-running Charman, looks to round the keeper, able to beat him at the near post for his 19th goal of the season. Luke Charman, fantastic stuff, starting to get some looks from some League Two side, so we're going to be struggling to keep him in. He's our vice captain. We're going to want to promote him to be captain next season when Nicky Hunt retires. Fantastic stuff from Charman. Really is one of the best players in our team, showing it there. And that looks like that's going to be just about it, unless we get a highlight just before halftime. Don't think we will, however. And let's get into the dressing room. Let's outstretch our arms and tell them that we're super excited. In the 70th minute, I'm going to start looking to make some changes to sit this one out. Connolly not playing particularly well, kind of disappointing. Also, Hunt isn't playing perfectly. Let's give it a few more minutes before we sub them off. All right, let's switch over to our 4-3-3 with Charman being our deep line forward. This way we can bring Kumwenda on. May look to bring Gallagher on right there just to give him some game time. Hunt also not playing particularly well. Take him off. Save our last substitution for the, let's say, 80th minute, just to get somebody on for the last 10 minutes of the game. But we are going to see a highlight for Fylde. But Savage is able to sniff out that little pass, gets a nice little interception back to Gilbert, who wants to find Carvalho, can't quite, and Kwanzaa wasn't able to get on the end of that clearance, but we're able to close him down decently well. Hughes just decided that his controller died, and he couldn't run forward. Hatfield looks like he is the most tired man on the pitch. Going to give him a few more minutes. He's playing well in that box-to-box role. They're saying that Gilbert needs to come off. I'm going to disagree. It looks like Hughes is going to be needing to be rested in the next match, so we're going to keep him on. Lundunsen isn't on the bench, but we'll give Keane a little run out in that defensive midfield position like we have been doing for the last little while. Hughes is able to find Charman, who's really out of position to be in the scoring position, but don't know what happened there. A bunch of pinging around with the ball. Keane's able to get on the clearance. Looks like he's going to want to try to put in a crossing position, really outside of his spot that he should be in, but Carvalho able to hold on to it well, and Kumwenda bobbles around a strike somehow and gets it straight at the keeper. And that's the end of the highlight. But right away, we get a new one. Kumwenda wanting to find Carvalho. Can't quite, but Bird is able to get onto it after Kwanzaa sniffs it out. Gets it forward to Carvalho like Kumwenda was intending. He gets it across for Savage, who takes a moment and gets a strike in there, making a change. Don't know what it's going to be, but I'm happy with the way that we're playing right now. I think I am going to add in our highlight at the end of this match a clause to play for set pieces, because we are playing decently well from set pieces, as you saw from our Kwanzaa goal and his brace earlier in the season. Kumwenda and Savage playing nice little 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 there. Just kind of killing time as we get to the last few minutes of this match. And Charman, unselfish play up to Kumwenda, who's able to get his 5th goal of the season. Great linkage play from Luke Charman. The vice captain finds his friend Henry in a scoring position, and Henry does not let him down. Great stuff. Let's see this through pass again. It's just a one-touch through pass. Savage playing nicely with the two of them, helping to lull the Fylde defenders to sleep. It looks like we're getting one last highlight before the end of this match. Kwanzaa is eventually able to get the end of that cross, but their players just trying to get something from this match, even though they know they've lost it on the night, just looking to get a little bit of uh, moral victory, but wasn't able to as Allen sniffs out the shot, and that gets us to the end of the game. Let's outstretch our arms and tell them I'm super happy with how they've played and the result, because that's super true. 3-0 victory for Darlington will see us progress in the FA Trophy to the 4th round. I'm going to come in here, and Hughes does get fined because he collect 2 yellow cards in the FA Trophy. He won't be in the next one, so I will look to bring Undunson into the full team. He's been playing pretty regularly for the under-18. Sometimes it doesn't quite fit for our matches. And yeah, here's what a recent spell of form looks like. Hold on. I've been talking about going into the tactics and changing play for set pieces. We do have it on this one. Let's get it on this 4-3-3. Play for set pieces. Good stuff. Got our players. Let's take a look at the schedule and see when our next match is going to be. Let's try to move through January. Let's play the South Shields. South Shields were newly promoted and are sitting 9th, just behind us in the league. And if we want to be going up this season, this is really the sort of match that we should be winning, and hopefully we will be. Just a little bit of transfer news. Alex Story at the club is going to be joining Larne in Northern Ireland on the 1st. Just getting him off the wage bill. Isn't really playing a whole lot. There's been a lot of people sniffing around our young players, but we're kicking them away, keeping a hold of our young players, because really we need to hold on to our young players if we want to progress for the future, especially when one of the things that they're judging us on is developing players using our own youth system. And while it does say that they're disappointed with our run in the North, Vanarama National League North, they are pleased when we are able to get into that 7th position. Nice stuff. I've been rambling on quite a bit. Ooh, look, Luke Charman joined 2nd in the league on goals. Great stuff from him. Nope, it doesn't show that when the draw is going to be for that next game, but we'll move forward to the South Shields game. Maybe show you the FA Trophy if it's against an interesting club. That looks like it could go either way. But before we go to the end of this episode, I literally clicked once forward, one day before we get to see our youth intake preview, and we've got what looks to be a top prospect in central midfield. That's a position that we need some help. Good winger, good right winger from Wales, but the most exciting thing, this is a terrific group of players coming through and has the potential to be a real golden generation for the club. I love seeing the words golden generation, because even if it's not the best intake, just knowing that this is the best it's going to get gives us a ceiling to look at. But anyways, if you'd like to name one of these players, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below. Say what sort of position you'd like to name. It looks like our best player is going to be in center midfield, to just keep that in mind as you're leaving the comment. But also drop a like if you enjoyed today's episode, and hit the red subscribe button if you'd like to join us on our journey to the top.